Hi, and welcome back to the 8-Bit Retro Refix. And on this week's episode, we're going to show you how to build some Ghostbusters cartridges. Well, not just Ghostbusters cartridges, but any cartridges. These cartridges are based on the Magic Desk cartridge, and also these ones that I'm producing, that I'm getting from PCBWay. They're from C64 Istanbul, I do believe. So good shout out to them guys who designed them boards. Absolutely cracking. Thank you very much. I've got Ghostbusters, we've got the Epyx Fastload, and we have Impossible Mission and International Karate. So these PCBs have been produced and made by our sponsors of this video, PCBWay. Thank you very much guys. Your delivery service is absolutely awesome. Can't beat it. We have got some more things from PCBWay that I'm going to be showing you over the next few videos. We've got some oscilloscopes to look at. We've got a Tesla coil to look at. That looks quite fun, is that? I'll show you a picture up there. And we've got a soldering iron to be looking at, and these are the PCBs. But we've got some really good stuff from PCBWay. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to program the chips, solder them up, and test the cartridges to make sure they're all working correctly. So that's what we're going to do right now. So let's get to it. Right, so first off, what we need to do is program these chips. I've got this set, if I move that out of the way, look. We've selected as W27C512 chips, DIP28. I've set it for verify after, erase before, and do an ID check. It's fine for these chips to leave the ID check on. So this is programming the Ghostbusters chip. And here we go. So it's erasing the chip now. Well, it doesn't take too long, just let that run through. There you go, it's programmed it, it's verified it, we've programmed successfully. So that's the programming of the Ghostbusters chip, and pretty much it's the same for the fast load. You just go to the top there, cancel, we go to the top there, look, and we open, and this is in my PCBWay folder. So we've got the fast load one there, and the Ghostbusters one is here. So we loaded that up and put that into there. Just click OK, don't touch that, just click OK, and then it loads it up into here, and then you can hit the device, program, and off it goes, which is where we were before when we just programmed that chip. So that's that one done. You do the same for the fast loads. That's all that, how to program them chips. So that was the chip that we programmed. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just trying to focus that in a little bit. There you go. So we'll just flick it up, take that out of there, put the chip down for a second. I'm going to show you what I do to get these chips in. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it or not, but when you look at them legs, look. See if I can get it to focus on there. There we go. You look at them legs, they all look kicked outwards, don't they? Well, they're an absolute mile away when you try and put them in here. So if we just put one side in, like that, you can see, I know it's on a tilt, I understand that, but they're still a long way away. So what I do to get that right is we take the chip, we set it down, and I push it square to a 90-degree angle, and then I just push it past a little bit. And I do the same with that side. I put it down, push it so it's at a right angle with desk, and then push it past a little bit. And then hopefully we should be somewhere near correct for getting that into there. It's not far away. I think it will go. Sometimes you just need a little bit of help. Sometimes you get it spot on. Other times you need to faff around a little bit. So all I'm going to do is take the edge of this pointer and I'm just going to push that across there like that and then run it up and see if that helps. And it just popped in. That went straight in. So if we like have a look at the other side, we can take a look and we can just check to see if all them pins are through the holes, and they are. Look. So all I do with this one is now is I just fold one pin up so it doesn't fall out, and the other pin so that don't fall out either, just with my nail. The Ghostbusters one, because it's such a big cartridge and you're plugging it in and out, I did fold all the chip legs over so they're flat, so when you run your finger over it, it's not scratching or anything like that. I thought it'd be better to do it that way rather than leaving them pointing out and sharp, because it'll scratch things on your desk, it'll scratch things if you're putting it on top of plastic stuff. And I just thought if I bend the pins flat and solder them in that way, at least you can have a bit of smoothness there, if you know what I mean, so you're not ragging about on it. So that's that. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? So we need to solder all them in now, all them chip legs in, and I've got these other two last chips to put in, so they need to get done. And then I'll show you what I do with soldering the back of the Ghostbusters ones. I've done the Fastload ones. I've not soldered them, but as you can see, bring it back up again. As you can see, all the chip legs are in. They just need soldering up. They went in there very tight, to be fair. So I didn't need to do anything. I mean, if you watch. And it's not moved. Nope. I can't feel it return back in. So that they're held into there, absolutely awesome, to be fair. And soldering on these boards from PCBWay, you know, it's really a pleasure soldering on fresh stuff, and especially the stuff from PCBWay. So yeah, they're absolutely fantastic. And while we're talking about PCBWay, let's have a look at our sponsor. So if you're like me and you enjoy building these things like the 1581 disk drive or anything else, pop along to PCBWay. They do all sorts of things. They do prototype boards, they do board assembly. If you don't want to build the boards yourself, they will assemble all the board for you. They also do flexi boards as well now. They do HDI PCBs, and if you really want to go into CNC machining, they do that as well, and 3D printing. So if there's anything that you're thinking about doing, building wise of electronics, pop along to PCBWay. The prices start from as little as £5 and go all the way up. But yes, PCBWay is the way forward and the best place to go for your PCBs. So here we are, I've got all these boards ready. If you take a look at the back of the Ghostbusters one, I'll try and keep this in focus for you. Oops, wobbled it a little bit, steady on. If you can look how I've soldered them and folded the pins over, somebody's going to go nuts because I've soldered pins over, because they're difficult to get back out again, but they're not designed to get back out again. It's designed for use as a Ghostbusters cartridge. And when I've done it that way, they look like teeth, don't they? So it gives that little extra eerie feel to the cartridge, if you like. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to solder these ones up on camera and let you have a look, see what I do and how I make it look like them teeth. And then I'm just going to solder one of these up, and that's that. And what I shall do is do all these others off the camera, and we'll go test it a few to make sure that they're actually booting up and they're all okay. So I'm just going to go into a little bit of a montage now while I solder these up. So rather stupidly, I decided to solder these up and not bother setting the camera off. That were clever, wasn't it? So they're soldered up, they just need cleaning. I'll do some more and show you how to do that. So I'm just going to pop these to one side and we'll pull two more up. Get some flux. Right, we've got us flux on. Don't think I put any on Albert's, I did. I'll just do it for good measure anyway. I'll just put some down there. Right, so I'll see if I can just scope you in for a second. So all I do is I just hold the soldering iron tip into the hole and touch all the way down, and I just do the same on both these, all the way across them all, and then I go back over and tidy them up. So these ones I just put it in the hole and I wipe the solder away, which gives you this teeth effect. So I'll do one now for you and let you have a look how I do that. So nip in, tip goes in, just try and move that out of the way. So tip in the hole, just put a tip on. Doesn't need to be much. I'll just cut into a montage while I do these, and then I'll show you how I'm actually turning them into teeth, if you like. Does it on its own really, but I'll show you. Right, so now I've gone over, we'll clean his iron off. And then any excess should get sucked onto the iron. So I'll just run over it, just let it go again and wipe. So just grab a little bit of IPA. I should just clean up there. Does look a bit of black from them pins, but if you keep cleaning, that's just a solder flux that's come out of my solder, should I say. But it will come off if you just persevere a little bit with it, and it'll come off. So you should be able to see now that they're all soldered up. Pretty good. They're not stabbing you. They're not sharp or anything. So that's how I do the Ghostbusters one. Epyx Fastload one. It's straightforward really. It's just touch and dib, if you know. That's what I call it, touch and dib. So in you go, touch. Bit more IPA. That's about as best as I can get with that. So that's another one built, and we'll go test these shortly. So I'm just going to continue. So that's a couple of boards that we've got soldered up. They do need a good clean. There's going to take a bit of cleaning in them, so I'm thinking about getting an ultrasonic cleaner to be dumping these in, because unfortunately I'm going to have to manually clean these before I get rid of them. But yeah, so I'm going to go away now, and you won't notice it too much, but I'm going to go through every single cartridge that I've got here and solder these 28 pins to these boards, which I think, if I worked it out, were about 560 solder points to solder in. So I better get cracking with them, and we'll see you as soon as I've completed them. Right, so they're all done and dusted. We've soldered up these are my test boards because they've all got sockets in them, so I can check the chips and make sure they're all working if there's any problems. So we've got the Ghostbusters all done and dusted. We've got International Karate done. We've got Impossible Mission, one of them, and the Epyx Fastload. So all these are absolutely fantastic now. They're all done and dusted. I am going to plug it into a C64 for you now and just show you these booting. So yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. Thank you very much, PCBWay. Alright, okay. We'll just check, make sure the 64 is working okay. Have we got a screen? Yeah, we've got a screen. Look. So first up, we're going to stick in the International Karate. See if that works. Whoa, look at that. Straight in. That was nice, that. No load times or anything on that. Absolutely awesome. Cool. So, the next one we're going to give a try. We'll have a look at the Impossible Mission 1. So let's just shut that down. Impossible Mission. Try that one. See what that does. Oh. Alright, okay. I had to load it into its memory. It's a great game, is this? You got all speech in it and all. I remember playing this back in the day. It was absolutely brilliant. So we can see now that the Impossible Mission 1 is loading. So next up, we are going to try the Ghostbusters cartridge. We'll see if that works well. Skip that load screen, make sure it loads. Lovely. Just what we want to see. So that's as Ghostbusters that's working, and as last one to test is the Fastloader cartridge. So we'll put us Fastload in. We'll fire that up. What you can see on screen there, I'll try and zoom you in a little bit if I can. Better into it, I think. Slightly. So you can see Fastload written straight across the front there. I do believe if you press the pound sign and press enter, it should take you into the menu system where you can look at your directory of your discs, return to your basic, copy a disk. You can disable the fast load if you don't want it, because stuff like Ghostbusters, if you were loading an original Ghostbusters disc, you can't have any additional things, peripherals plugged into your system at all. So even fast load, it won't load properly, so you have to load it normally on the original Ghostbusters. You've got edit disk utility and file utility, and we also have a reset button on the top, so we can reset that back to the desk. I think as well, and I'll just check, see if it's disabled. So if I press shift and run stop, no, it still does press file on tape. So that's it, guys. We've soldered them all up. We've made us cartridges. If you've enjoyed this, and you really do enjoy watching these videos or creating things, please drop a subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up on the video. If you've got any comments at all that you want to drop down in the bottom, by all means, I will always answer the comments. Just put that back in there. Yeah, I'll always answer your comments. I do enjoy reading through all your comments at the bottom and responding and engaging with you guys. If you enjoy this, we do have Patreon as well. If you'd like to sponsor or would like to help us and donate to the channel, by all means, pop along to the Patreon channel. You'll find all the links in the bottom. We do have a Facebook group as well. If you're welcome, everybody's welcome to join the Facebook group. The link again is in the description. So yeah, so that's how you create the C64 cartridges, the Magic Desk cartridges. All the links will be in the bottom in the description for PCBWay. There'll also be other links down there as well for the YouTube Retro Repairers group. All the links for the main guys that are in there are in the description. Pop along and see their channels. They do some good stuff. There's some 128 Neo board stuff going on. There's Mr. stuff going on. I think Neil from Retro for You, he's making Jiffy DOS. He's for the Commodore 64 and the 1541 at the moment, so adapting them for the EPROMs and things like that. So check out their videos. They do some cracking stuff. So that's about it for this week, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.